Coming to you live from the rinks in Hop Hog, I'm Ryan Brownigan. You're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. We'll get to more information coming up right after the conclusion of the national anthem. And as the anthem concludes, we are getting set for some Saturday night high school hockey. Once again, I'm Ryan Brownigan. You're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage. And in tonight's matchup, the first of three matchups on this Saturday evening, we start at the Devi level, where first place tops in the division, undefeated 11-0 East Islip, are taking on 0-9 Northport Huntington in what is a true David versus Goliath type game. And moreover, speaking to that fact, is East Islip's 7.1 goals per game and only 1.9 goal against. Compare that to Northport Huntington's mere 2.1 goals per game and 9.2 goals against. Well, can Northport do the unthinkable and pull off perhaps the greatest upset we've seen thus far this year? Or will East Islip keep the good times rolling? Oh, we're about to find out as the puck gets dropped. Offensive zone possession time for Northport Huntington comes to an abrupt end, and rushing up the near side of the ice is East Islip's Ethan Rodriguez. He's got it now behind the net, posed it out in front, and it's intercepted. Played away from the goal, but ultimately pickpocketed back by Rodriguez. Nicholas Tiso had a trouble with it on the far side, the defenseman for Northport Huntington. Meanwhile, hopping on the puck and controlling Carly Calgary. And the puck eventually exits the zone. And an opportunity here, Northport Huntington. Shot, blocker save made, rebound, hopped over the stick. Great shot off the stick of Chris Quinn. Puck behind the East Islip net. First big save of the night for Joseph Azar. Joey Azar with a fabulous save to get things going here tonight. And East Islip carry out. Going the distance, Rodriguez can't get the shot away, spins one back out in front, and that's where we'll get our first stoppage as Evan Coggins will cover up. 13:35 to go. No score yet in this one. And that coming off the good rush off the ice from Rodriguez. Coming on to take the draw. LaRue. And he wins it back. Keeping it alive in the zone, Jackman. Comes to the far point. Faking the shot is Fioresi. Had it and lost it. And Northport Huntington spring out of the zone and fire it on goal. Sticked aside by Azar. Gathering behind the net. Ultimately, LaRue comes away with it. Back to Fioresi. East Islip designated as the road team here tonight, wearing their solid black jerseys with red stripes, embroidered with white, as Ivers brings the puck up the ice on his backhand. Poked away. A good defensive play made by Brendan DeSarno. Comes back to the point to be played on further by Fioresi. Down low for LaRue. Back up top to the point. Jacquemin loads up, fire, save Coggins, rebound, score! East Islip strike first and lead it 1-0. So you get the replay going. Good shot from the point. Initial save made by Coggins, but the rebound goes in. And 1-0 for the road team. And face off one. We resume play. And carrying it along, Bogorowski. Ivers the goal from Jackman. Bogorowski, in 11 games played, 16 goals, 2 assists for 18 points, leading East Islip in goals. Also, third best in the developmental division in goals as well for Bogorowski. Meanwhile, that comes off the stick of Liam Coggins, and East Islip take it back the other way. 3-on-1 over the blue line. Nice move, cuts in, shot goes wide, rebound through the crease. Great opportunity from Alexander Amarim. Puck played back deep in the Northport Huntington end. Fired up the near boards, kept alive at the blue line by Ivers. The shot, score! No! Save made by Coggins. And we get a stoppage. Face off to the right of Coggins. Chip to the far circle. Kept alive by Furesi with a drive that goes wide. And finally poked out of the zone. Furesi calls for it, gets it from Jacquemin, and puts it up the far side for Rodriguez, who puts that one toward the goal. It's cut off by DeSarno, and DeSarno will skate it out of his own end and chip it down the ice. Jacquemin is there to stop it for East Islip. Rodriguez now carries over the blue line, tries to cut in, and DeSarno puts a stop to it, but does not clear the zone. Kept alive once again by Furesi. Back to get it behind the net is Michael Griesch. And slowing things down, trying to get around somebody, but Nicholas Tiso can't do so, and puck play to the near boards. Still in the Northport Huntington end. East Islip lead it 1-0. A goal from Ivers. Assisted from Jockman, long-range shot, sticked aside by Azar. Rebound comes back out in front, and Azar got that one too. Joey Azar. He didn't know where the puck was until the last minute, but he made a great stop. Kept alive at the blue line by Griesch. Down low it goes. Chipped to the far side and held in at the blue line by DeSarno. Backhands it along. Only as far as Furesi. He tries to get it out, hits his own man, and now East Islip able to clear the zone. Rodriguez carries in. Low shot along the ice, goes wide. Caligari down low, forechecking, and it's outletted and skated free just as far as Rodriguez, and now held up at the blue line, creates an offside with just under 9 minutes to go in the first period. Face-off won by East Islip. It says CSY. That is incorrect. We'll get something. Shot save made. Azar rebound. Kicks to the far corner. Controlled by Rapetti. Lost it. Good keeping along the blue line by Quescu, and it comes back down to the near corner. Banked off the boards, but not out. A good hold in there by Rapetti. Rapetti, good forecheck, forcing a turnover. And Ivers resets, or pardon me, Samuel Mayer resets. And it comes out of the zone. Bringing it back in was Quescu, but it comes out. East Islip. Sursic. Had it, lost it. Ivers trying to move forward with it. The kick to Caden Thomas Martin. And plays it out of the zone for Northport Huntington. And now we'll play it all the way down the ice in what will be an icing call. 7:48 to go in period number 1. as we get things squared away. Power play for Northport Huntington coming to an end. And so is period number 1. As we have concluded the first period, East Islip 2, Northport Huntington nothing. And we'll step aside. You're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. I'm Ryan Brannigan, and we'll be right back. As the horn sounds to signal the start of period number 2. Get you caught up on any of the action you missed. So Connor Ivers got things going for East Islip, scoring a goal assisted from Max Jackerman. And then Joey Sursick from Connor Ivers, the second goal, gave East Islip a 2-0 lead, and that's where we stand heading into period number 2. Azar has faced some good opportunities and made the saves he's needed to. Here's Rodriguez carrying on the far boards, trying to cut in, and a good play to break it up by DeSarno. Comes back out in front, and Coggins will shut that down and hold for our first whistle of period number 2, with just over 30 seconds gone by. Face off to the left of the Northport Huntington netminder, won by Carly Caligari. Shot from the point. Good save made. Furesi let that bomb go, and Evan Coggins was up to the challenge. Comes back to Furesi, who sends it across to his partner, Jackerman. Rodriguez carries it over the blue line and into the Tiger zone. Playing behind the net was DeSarno. Catching up with it on the other side, but not quite getting it out. Good play by Rodriguez, who moves in and tries to get it to the front, but he's shut down by a host of Tigers. Caligari has it, and the corner tries to come on in, and she's unable to do so. Kick back to Jackerman, who brings it all the way around to the other side where Furesi is waiting for it. A couple of Tigers converge on him, including Jackson Beal. Puck comes to the far corner now. We're trying to get that one to the front of the net, but unable to do so. Was East Islip. Here's Caligari in the high slot, trying to settle it down and do something with it. Instead, it kicks back to Furesi. Beautiful pass across, just a little too hot for Caleb Hay. Hay sends it back to the point. Long-range shot deflects wide off the stick of Ragusio. Or pardon me, that's Samuel Mayer, and the puck comes all the way out of the zone. Azar out to stop it. Furesi picks it up. Fires, puck deflected forward by Hay. Comes into the possession of Quescu, brings it up the far boards. Caden Thomas Martin tried to chip it out. It's held in for the moment by Furesi. But now it comes out. It'll send it right back in the way it came. On goal to Coggins, who makes the stop. Played behind the net by Quescu. Robert Quescu, and here's E. Rodriguez playing it out in front. Calgary just couldn't get on the other end of it. Northport Huntington finally clear and look to get some offensive zone time. It's Chris Quinn firing it around. But it's cut off and started up the other way. A great play made by Amarim. Rodriguez shot, goes off the side of the net, brings it around, throws it back out in front. Nobody on the other end of it. Regathered by Mayer. Sent around to Sursick. Sursick scored the second goal. 2-on-1 over the blue line for Northport Huntington, but Chris Quinn just elected for the long-range shot. I'm sure if he had a second attempt at it, he probably would have chosen differently, and East Islip break out the other way. Up the ice with speed, Luke Leroux. Around the net, out in front, and it's just poked off the end of the stick by Tiso. Good defensive play. Backhanded on goal, Ivers, but that gets caught up, and a save made with the glove by Evan Coggins. .10:46 to go in period number 2. East Islip still lead Northport Huntington by a score of 2-0. Face-off won by the Chiefs. Furesi playing it to Ivers, who fires it across, and getting in the way of it was Ryan McBrarity. Jacquemin back on it for EI. Furesi plays it forward off the stick of Leroux, and Northport Huntington chip in to the East Islip end, where the puck has been far away from goaltender Joey Azar to start this second period. Quick clear, and Ivers brings it across the blue line. A nifty poke check, though, from DeSarno thwarts that opportunity. And East Islip must reset. Ivers, by his own blue line, turned it over for the moment to Rapetti, but gets it back. Now Furesi, long-range shot, misses far side. Comes back out to Max Jacquemin. Jacquemin able to dodge a couple of Tigers and sending it deep. Ivers there forechecking. Ivers, that one's kept in. Good keeping by Jacquemin. And it comes to Sursick. Plays it out for Ivers, and his backhand shot deflects to the near corner. Good defensive play by Michael Griesch. And Griesch is on it now. To the far side. And Northport Huntington just resorting to firing the puck down. Not able to generate the defense to offense, which is all so important in the sport of hockey. 8:53 to go in period number 2. And icing on East Islip will gift the Northport Huntington Tigers an offensive zone faceoff. See if they make the most of it. On to take the all-important offensive zone draw, Liam Coggins. Face-off won in the defensive end. It's a good play by Bogorowski. And Bogorowski will carry it over the blue line. Backhanding one across for Cusack, and it's poked off his stick. Good play out in front. That's Ragusio, and ends up redirecting wide. Cusack out to the point. Across now for Mayer. Mayer. Down low to Bogorowski. Back up top for Mayer. Mayer's got a shooting lane, takes it. It gets through to Coggins, who makes the stop and holds on to it. 8:14 to go, period number 2. It's still 2-0 EI. Face off to the left of the aforementioned Northport Huntington netminder. Mayer keeps in at the blue line. He's down low, and Northport Huntington still struggling to get the puck out of their zone. Bogorowski from behind the goal line, try to spin it in front. It was caught in the side of the net. Clearing attempt fails. Mayer throws one that gets knocked down in front and goes wide. Guzzo flicks this one out of the zone, and will it have enough for icing? It will. 7:31 to go. Period number 2. 2-0. East Islip leading Northport Huntington. Face-off coming back down to the right of Evan Coggins. Face-off controlled by EI, but a turnover, and here comes Northport Huntington the other way. Tiso. Shot save made by Azar, and he'll hold on. Good opportunity, first one in a while for the Tigers, and it's shut down by the East Islip netminder. Face off one shot, another save made by Azar. Another stick save made by Azar, came off the stick of Quinn. Good offensive looks here for the Northport Huntington Tigers. This could lead to something good. Another shot redirected just wide off his defenseman in front. It was Jackaman. Long range shot, skips on goal. Another good save from Azar. Puck flies across. Great possession in the offensive zone for Northport Huntington. A big slap shot doesn't get through off the stick of Caden Thomas Martin. And Rodriguez outlets for EI. And he moves in on his backhand, plays it out in front, and a good defensive recovery made by the Tigers, and they'll carry it out over the blue line, and losing control and losing an edge. Robert Quescu, he's still in the offensive zone. Comes onto the stick of Quinn. Chris Quinn, long-range shot save made Azar, and he will hold on. With 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second period, the best offensive sequence for Northport Huntington. Can they keep that momentum going? Skated out by Leroux. Leroux carries it on his backhand. Leroux circling back to the point. Mayer's shot knocked down in front by, that was Dean McCallion. Leroux behind the net. Challenged by Greesh. Firing that one, but not out, was Rapetti. Rapetti gets it back, chips it a little ahead, and he's got McBrarity, 2-on-1 over the blue line. McBrarity across for the shot that goes wide. Rapetti had it in his skates, not where you want it, and that's why the shot went awry. Fired in at the red line by Greesh. Controlled behind the net by the Chiefs. They look to exit the zone. They do so here. Sursik carries over the blue line, takes a shot, pad save made. Coggins, rebound, whistles wide. Heavy shot coming off the stick of Ivers. And he just missed on that far side. Hodgepodge of a clearing attempt, and now the Tigers get it out. For checking is McBrarity. Joined by Rapetti. That was the 2-on-1. Both members of the 2-on-1. Misfired, and back the other way come East Islip. Long range shot goes well wide into the near corner. Ivers is there to recollect. Mayer, long range shot, skips into the glove of Coggins, and he'll hold. 4:22 to go. Period number 2. Still just 2-0 East Islip. Northport Huntington holding their own, staying in this game to this point. And they've played the best hockey here tonight with that they've looked anyway in the past few minutes. And a good block off the point shot from Quescu. And they carry out. Caden Thomas Martin brings it over the blue line, takes a huge hit. And that's not allowed. And Northport Huntington go to the power play. A good job from Martin, Thomas Martin, to draw the penalty on his good rush up the ice. He pops right back up after taking the big hit from Fioresi. Face off to the right of Azar. One in the defensive end, but not out. Good keeping by Quescu, but he lost control of it. And then a sliding Chris Quinn didn't help, and it's a clear for East Islip. Coggins had it, was a little reluctant to let it go. Eventually he does. Collision at the offsides dot, carrying it in. Guzzo flicking that one across. It's loose out in front, and the shot doesn't get through. It's blocked by Mayer. And cleared. Shorthanded opportunity now for Cusack, but he lost it. Recollected by Bogorowski. His shot scores! And he lays out prone after the goal is scored. Bogorowski. His 17th goal of the year gives East Islip a 3-0 lead. This one will be a shorty. Take another look at the celebration for the goal scorer, Bogorowski. Still 1 minute and 6 seconds of power play time for Northport Huntington to work with. Comes back into the possession of Samuel Mayer. Mayer, good pass up for Bogorowski. Nice move, Bogorowski, but it will come into the possession of Evan Coggins, and he will hold on. .248 to go, second period. 3-0 now, East Islip on top of Northport Huntington. Face-off comes to Mayer. He holds, fires, blocked down in front by DeSarno. DeSarno skates it out for the Tigers. DeSarno flings it across where it can be collected by Greesh, and Greesh sends in. Northport Huntington touch up, but it gives plenty of time for Mayer to get a hold of the puck and skate it out himself. Does just that before firing it up for Bogorowski. Bogorowski gets on his horse, gets to the puck, plays it out in front, and in the process might have drawn a penalty, as Michael Greesh touched up and heading to the box and letting himself in it is Liam Coggins. We'll skate 4 aside for 6 seconds, and then in a minute and 54-second power play going to East Islip, already with a 3-0 lead. Face shot right off the draw. Save made Coggins. LaRue took the shot. Wins the next draw. Comes back to Mayer. Mayer holds up at the draw at the blue line. Takes the shot through traffic, and that's gathered in by Coggins. Face off to the left of the Northport Huntington netminder. LaRue out there with Ivers, as well as Amorim. Amorim takes that shot and scores! Wow! Right off the draw. Gripped it and ripped it by Coggins for East Islip's 4th goal of the game. It comes while they were still 4 aside. No, it was a bit of a... No, it's going to go down as a power play goal. So we'll skate 5-on-5 coming out of it. Northport Huntington send in, goes off the stick of Jackman wide. Jackman around for Hay. Comes back in deep in the East Islip end. Jackman tries the far side, kept alive by Greesh. Greesh had his... Oh, you know, he had McBrarity, who had plenty of time, probably more time than he thought. He quickly went for the backhand shot, but he could have walked right in. That shot from the near circle off the stick of Rapetti goes wide on the far side, and East Islip take it out. Fioresi flips it across for Jackman. Last minute of play here in the second period. 2 more goals for East Islip have propelled them to a 4-0 lead. Fioresi one-timer from the point. Redirected out in front and goes wide. Behind the net, poked off the stick of Rodriguez. And Northport Huntington skated free. It's in the skates of Dean McCallion, and he lost it. Comes back to Fioresi, who will bank it out of the boards and out, where it's taken by Rodriguez, who could not get around Greesh. Good play by Michael Greesh. Comes to Caligari. Caligari up for Fioresi, too far for Fioresi, and it's played out by Greesh once more. Firing that one before time could expire was Caden Rapetti, and it's save made by Azar, and that'll do it for the second period. 2 more goals for East Islip. Alexander Amorim from Luke LaRue. And an unassisted goal from Justin Bogorowski. Make up your scoring for the second period. Bogorowski's 17th goal of the year. Good for 3rd most in the developmental division. You're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. I'm Ryan Brannigan, and I'll be right back for coverage of period number 3. Stay with us. Well, the horn sounds, and we're set for third period action here on the north side of the rinks in Hauppauge. East Islip 4, Northport Huntington nothing. As the puck is dropped and we are underway. 11-0 we're East Islip heading into this one. 0-9 we're Northport Huntington. It was going to take a Herculean effort and perhaps something miraculous from Northport Huntington coming in, and they've held their own against a tough opponent in East Islip. LaRue's got it behind the net, flicks it out in front of the net. No one could get on the other end of it, and it's skated free. Good little stick handle from Nick Tiso. And he is able to dump in. Puck comes out to the near blue line. Good keeping by Quescu. There's a shot, save made, and Azar almost lost control of it. Settles it down. It was Chris Quinn who went flying in front of the net. Face off to the left of Joey Azar. Clearing attempt at the far side, held in by Quescu. And East Islip clear. Getting there first, Caden Thomas Martin takes it around the Northport Huntington net before firing it out the near side. Comes all the way into the possession of Fioresi, and East Islip try to work their way into the zone. Good step up, however, by Quescu prevents that from happening. LaRue tries to bank it out of the zone. A good keep-in for the moment by Tiso, and eventually, or pardon me, that was Quescu, but eventually does come out. Quinn had it, rumbled into the offensive zone, but it's taken away by Jockman. And East Islip clear. Firing it cross corner, Caden Thomas Martin. Fioresi, first one on it. Fires it back out the other way. Will it come on goal? It will. Coggins makes the stop and holds on with LaRue bearing down on him. .12:46 to go. Period number 3, 4-0 East Islip. Leading Northport Huntington. First of 3 matchups here tonight at the north side of the rinks. East Islip fire it out of the zone. Looking to catch up with it was Jackson Beal of Northport Huntington. He provides some forechecking. Fioresi gets around one, fires it near side, banks off the boards and into the Northport Huntington end where Greash catches up with it. Takes it around the Northport Huntington net, looks for some help, fires off the boards far side, kept in by Fioresi. Fioresi brings it along, stops, makes a move, try to pass it back door, had Bogorowski waiting. Or rather, Robert Cusack, my apologies, Jackman. Jackman, the shot, blocked down out in front. Bogorowski wiggles around one, has it at the near circle, fires it back for Fioresi, hopped over his stick, but he's got plenty of time to catch back up with it, and lets it go off the side of the net. Back to Fioresi. In front, Bogorowski steps around one. Sends it back for Jackman, who tried to play it back to Fioresi, comes out of the zone. Chance now the other way for Northport Huntington, thwarted by a good stick from Fioresi. Bogorowski, nice move. Try to take it back to the forehand, wouldn't go. There's the shot, it gets blocked. Off the stick of Cusack. All East Islip to start period number 3. Northport Huntington just trying to clear, and Robert Cusack has other plans. Comes back to Mayer. Mayer tried to step around Auletta, and Auletta took it away and sent it down the ice. No icing. Try to clear that one out was Jackman. He was blocked, but nothing comes of it for Northport Huntington. 10:31 to go in period number 3. 4-0 East Islip. Greesh carries up the ice and into the East Islip end. Dumps it in. And repositions himself at the point. That's where the play comes. Battling for it at the near boards. Samuel Mayer, as well as Rodriguez. Calgary is there as well. Mayer will try the far side where he finds his man in the form of Caleb Hay. Hay winds up and fires one that just skips wide, far side. Mayer pinching in, recollects. Spins one on goal, he scores! What a goal! Samuel Mayer makes it 5-0 in favor of East Islip. Taking a look, gets it in the corner, brings it out in front, and picks his spot upstairs. Great goal for Mayer. Play resumes. East Islip take it back out and push it into the zone. Mayer puck careens back around, kept in at the blue line. No, it comes out. Good job to get it out by Jackson, Dean McCallion. Rapetti sends in, goes in after it. Caden Rapetti has it, puts it out in front. Here's another shot, save made. Best saves of the night for Joey Azar. And now East Islip head the other way. Hey. Cross for Amarim. Rodriguez has it in his skates, the puck behind him. It's cleared the length of the ice by Northport Huntington, becomes an icing. .8:37 to go in period number 3. Mayer unassisted. Most recent goal for East Islip. Northport Huntington clear. Can they try to generate something offensively? A nice little play made by McBrarity. Stepping up to prevent it from getting out of the zone was Quescu, but eventually it does. Jackman. Try to get that one up to Ivers. Hit a Northport Huntington stick. Ivers gets to the puck, plays it out in front. Had an open man, but it didn't get to him. Good step up by Jackman. Sursick there as well. Kept alive at the near point by LaRoe. Ultimately, Northport Huntington reestablished control, and it's skated out by Dean McCallion. Sursick at the near boards right at the red line. Puts one in. Here's LaRoe. He's in. LaRoe. Oh, and a save made by Coggins. Just got a piece with the skate as he was fully outstretched to make that stop. Puck comes all the way down to Fioresi. 7 minutes exactly to go. in the final period of this game. Jackman looking for Ivers, too far for him, and almost holding it in was DeSarno. Can't do so, but fires in. Perhaps they could get the forecheck going. Can Northport Huntington? They cannot. It comes all the way back out. Sursick shrugs off Greesh. Sursick looked like he tried to get that one across. It went off of DeSarno. Waiting for it was Ivers. Ivers now falls to the ice. Scrum in the far corner. That one off the side of the net, off the stick of Ivers. Sursick battling two Tigers. Back out for Leroux. Luke Leroux battling DeSarno. Comes to Guzzo, and chip out doesn't go. That shot deflects up in the air off of a stick and is settled down and covered by Evan Coggins. A little over 5:40 to go. Period number 3, 5-0. East Islip on top of Northport Huntington, as they look to continue their perfect season. They are unbeaten to this point. A clean 11-0, looking to get to 12-0. Bogorowski puts one out in front. It goes wide. Played at the near boards, held in by Amarim. Amarim to Bogorowski. Picked back up by Cusack. And skating it free for Northport Huntington, picking up speed, Chris Quinn. Cross-ice dump in. Looking to chase it down, Quescu. Quescu joined by Tiso. Tiso puts that one out in front and there to get it defensively was Amarin. Breakaway attempt, Bogorowski. Shot, save made, Coggins denies one of the top 3 goal scorers in the league on the breakaway. That shot deflected out of midair is held by Coggins as well. For 38 to go in period number 3. Do we get another quick look at the breakaway as the teams are changing? We do not. They dropped the puck despite Northport Huntington's final player not yet arriving from the bench. Mayer, shot, kicks around out in front. A save made by Coggins, and he holds the line. Evan Coggins keeping the game respectable for Northport Huntington, doing his all in his crease. Took every part of his body to make that last stop. Mayer at the near blue line. Nice move. Cuts in. Mayer. Now back across for Amarim. That wrist shot glanced off the crossbar after it got deflected out in front. Bogorowski backhands one. Amarim to Mayer. Mayer takes the shot. Gets blocked down in front. It's loose out in front. Can anyone get on it? And eventually it's smothered by Evan Coggins. .349 to go. Period number 3. Face off to the right of the Northport netminder. Carly Caligari to take the draw for East Islip. It's won, not by her, but by Liam Coggins of Northport Huntington. Still unable really to get it out. Rodriguez chips it behind the net, goes and gets it. Tries to bring it out in front and was denied. Caligari winds up, fires, and that's another save made by Coggins. Another good shift for the East Islip Chiefs. Doesn't result in anything, as Coggins will adjust his mask. And while he does so, it gives me... Will it give me enough time? It will not. Perhaps you'll see that replay of the breakaway on last night's best, which you'll find on socials, on Instagram, at LI Sports Network. Where each week, we post exactly that, the last night's best. From the Suffolk County High School Hockey League to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League in Nassau. You'll also find plenty of other things. All different kinds of games going on, including a fabulous come-from-behind victory for Farmingdale State College against Quinnipiac. Five to 4 is the final in that one. Clock says 3 minutes exactly to go in regulation time, and it's shipped out of the zone by Jackson Beal. I'm sorry, that is Dean McCallie, and meanwhile Rodriguez takes it back, dumps it into the corner, tries to play it out in front, gets blocked, comes to the far boards where it could be knocked out of the zone by Ryan McBrady. Foot race, and deflecting that one was petty, but EI comes back away with it. In the feet of Fioresi. Plays it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays it out in front. Nobody home. Comes to Caligari. He plays it back for Rodriguez, who lost it. Nice play there by McCallion, and out of the zone it goes. Rodriguez, with just over 2 minutes to go in the game, comes over the blue line, sends in. Gets the puck in the corner, gets it for Jackman. And Jackman can't get a shot away. Back to the near corner where Rodriguez reestablishes control, takes it on his backhand around the net. Fires out to the point where Fioresi was calling for it. Winds up, fires, pad save, Coggins. Back around Caleb Hay. Northport Huntington control. It's not out. Yeah, it is. It just got past Fioresi, who speeds to the puck to get back on it. Rodriguez catches Northport Huntington in a change, moves in, fires, and scores. He beat Coggins 5-hole for the 6th goal of the game for East Islip. Just a little over a minute and 15 seconds to go in period number 3. And Ethan Rodriguez catches Northport Huntington in a bad change, and that is how we get goal number 6 on the board for the Chiefs. Well, can Northport Huntington break the shutout? That's the only remaining question we have here that's left to be answered. Leroux carries up, moves in, on his forehand, takes the shot, missed it wide. Fioresi loads up the cannon and fires, and a save made. Coggins. Rebound deflects to the back of the net. Played back out in front, backhanded on, no can do. Another one doesn't go, and Coggins holds on for dear life. As the seconds count down in this one. There are 40 left. In regulation time, a good block and a chance to break the shutout emerges for Chris Quinn, who moves in and a save made. The rebound to the backhand, and that met the stick of Azar. He stuck it out, and he said, not tonight. Final last push from Northport Huntington comes off the stick of Guzzo. EI clear. Foot race, and getting there first is Coggins, Liam Coggins, but still Sursick got the shot away. 2 seconds and 1, and that's all she wrote with a big collision to finish things off. Azar with a photo of the scoreboard to celebrate a shutout as he was spectacular. On the other end of the ice, Evan Coggins really did all he could to keep Northport Huntington in the game, but ultimately was too much to handle. And East Islip moved to 12-0, 0-10 on the other end of the ice for NPH. And that is all from this one. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in to LI Sports Network. We'll be right here for the second matchup tonight. But as for this one, that's your final score. East Islip 6, Northport Huntington nothing. I'm Ryan Brownigan, and I'm wishing you all a very, very good night.